Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Air. So, let's jump right back in. The woman sank into silence and just looked at me. The girl had been taught not to cause trouble for others. An ordinary child would probably be pestering her parents to buy her this and that. But that girl just looked at me. And she said, "I wish I could have that." She looked restrained and apologetic as she said that. Misuzu was an unwanted child. Born out of wedlock, she grew up listening to her parents bickering. Their family was a result of an elopement, and there was no way it'd end well. My older sister died, leaving behind the man and her child. The man pushed his own daughter onto someone else. That someone was me, who had been living in a carefree life alone in this town. The woman stretched out a hand to touch my feathers. Unlike the girl, her touch felt coarse and uncomfortable. A lot happened. She brought me countless problems. I'm a happy-go-lucky person myself. There's no way I know how to raise a kid well. Each day, I thought that perhaps the man would come back to take the girl off my hands tomorrow. I scraped through life believing that. But we lived together for far too long. Although she's reckless and clumsy, she'd always forget about everything and laugh. Even I had to laugh when I saw her like that. Seriously, she really is a weird girl. I started to find her cute. This time she pressed down on my head. I wondered if she was intending to pat me. It hurt a bit. But you see, no matter what, I'm not her parent. The day will come when the man will take her back. That day may be tomorrow, or even today. Then I'll have to go back to living alone whether I like it or not. Oh my gosh, I'm already starting to cry. I don't want to. I have to take off my glasses, otherwise my glasses will just get really dirty from all the tears. I've been trying to make it such that my life won't be thrown off course when that day comes. That's why I never gave her a birthday present. I always pretended to forget about her birthday and come home drunk. The woman looked at me. Her eyes are filled with sadness. They were definitely different, but I thought she looked like Misuzu. Here, look at this. She retrieved something from her bag. This was a present meant for your princess. She showed me a creature with a long neck. It was the girl's favorite, creatures that couldn't move. This is the girl's favorite dinosaur soft toy. Her birthday present. I'd been worrying about whether to give it to her or not. But I've decided. I'm not going to give it to her. I always kept her at a distance. 10 years have passed. This sure was long. In this period of time, we've been leading different lives. I didn't have much of a choice. But I have no regrets at all. If we lived like a real family during these 10 years, I'd feel really pathetic if I went back to life of solitude, right? That woman went silent. I felt like I had to give her some sort of an answer. But before I moved my wings, the woman stood up. Am I an idiot for buying this sort of thing at my age? She looked at the creature in her hands. I'll give this to someone else. Whoever picks it up is lucky. He'll get 5,000 yen for free. The woman threw the soft toy. The soft toy tumbled along the ground. The woman did not look in that direction again. She nimbly straddled the red vehicle. She raced off at breakneck speed. I was left behind. I hurriedly ran to the soft toy. It was lying in a patch of grass near the woods. It did not move. It must be dead already. I pecked it, but still it did not move. I felt that I shouldn't leave it here. If this was the girl's favorite thing, then I'd bring it back to the roost. The girl would be happy to see it. I bit the soft toy by its tail. It was tougher than I thought. The loud noise came back. Blackie, I forgot about you. It was that woman, all right. Are you there? She opened the bag and began to look for me. What should I do? I decided to run for now. There you are. She caught me in an instant. There's not much time left. I'm going to fly. She stuffed me into the bag, and the world goes dark again. It became completely dark. July 24th. When the sun started rising, I promptly went outside through the gap. Sora! Are you going out already? I'm still sleepy. I mean, it's still too early. I'm going to sleep a little more. He's wagging his tail on his way out. So cute. Have a safe trip. Today I came to this place again. There was a stuffed animal in the grass. I wanted to see the girl's happy face no matter what. I bit it by the tail and dragged it along. It was a long way to the roost. However, I had to do whatever I could. I felt tired and hot. That won't stop me. Someone was coming up the hill. I hid myself behind a tree. A small girl appeared. There was a big person beside her. That must be her mother. That was just my feeling. The child and her mother walked towards the building without noticing me. What were they doing? They pulled on a dangling string and made a rattling sound. The girl clapped her hands. The mother also clapped her hands and then kept still for a while. Afterwards, both the girl and her mother left. I returned to my task. The hind leg of the stuffed animal got caught in the grass and stopped moving. It wasn't moving. I'll try again tomorrow. I finally returned to my roost. Some boys found me on the way back and chased me. They also threw stones at me. I had fled so frantically that I started feeling dizzy. Why was I bullied when I was just walking down the street? I tried moving my wings. If only I could fly in the sky, then I couldn't be bullied. Stones couldn't hit me there. However, I didn't want to go to the sky. I could go anywhere I wanted by walking. I could also ride on Misuzu's shoulder. I heard a rumbling sound. It was the sound that always came at night. I steadied myself. There was a terrific noise. I drove too fast again. Misuzu! Oh, you're all right. Yes, somehow. Those were the voices of Misuzu and that woman. I heard the door to the roost opening. You look pale. Are you feeling sick? Nope, it's because you drove too fast. Besides, I wasn't wearing a helmet. My hair's all messed up. I'm not as free as you. No way I'm going to drive slowly. Cow. Ouch. I told you to stop saying that. The girl was being bullied. I had to help her. Sora! She lifted me up. It came to welcome me. So cute. She patted me on the head. You sure are easygoing. Remember that I get summoned to your school every time you have a fit. I'm sorry. She hung her head dejectedly. Even the doctor at the clinic didn't know what to do with you. Every time I take you to the doctor, you're well again. You're always like that. I love that clinic. When I told them that I disliked injections, they gave me some sweet medicine. That was the previous doctor. This female doctor is really scary when she gets angry. She'll dissect your crow right then and there if you take it along. She looked at me. What's dissect? It sounded terribly dangerous. Mom, you're scaring Sora. It's okay. You don't have to run away. She put me on her shoulder. I calmed down after that. Oh well. Time to drink some barley tea. She opened the white box and took out a long, slender cylinder. What? This is all that's left? The colored liquid in it bubbled and rippled. She put the cylinder in her mouth, or to her mouth, and drank the liquid dry. All right, I'm going back to work. Okay, I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Sora, let's go. I turned to go out with her. Wait a minute. She reached out a hand and caught her by her neck. A sick girl's got no business going outside. But I have to meet Yukito-san. I don't want you to faint in the streets. I can't save you if that happens. Stay home like a good girl, like the good girl you are until that freeloader comes back. All right, I'll do just that. Good, I'm counting on you. The woman left. There was only the girl and me left in the roost. It felt a bit lonely. She got mad at me. But Mom came to the school really fast. She's always like that. So I can't cause her any more trouble. She started looking around. Whoa, it's already this late. I have to make lunch. Yukito-san will be hungry. What should I make? All right, fried eggs this time. I fed him something crazy last time. This time I have to make it perfect. Misuzu-chan, fighto! Sora, behave yourself for a bit. She took me off her shoulder and lowered me to the ground. The girl got to work. A nice smell drifted towards me. I noticed a person at the entrance of the roost. Misuzu, you there? Yukito-san! Her eyes brightened, then became downcast again. I have to act as natural as possible. He saw me crying once. I don't want Yukito-san to hate me. Smile, smile! She massaged her cheeks with her fingers. Sora, am I smiling? She smiled at me. But why? I felt a bit sad. Welcome back! I just finished cooking. You're drenched in sweat. That's because I ran back. Are you that hungry? Weren't we supposed to meet and go home together? I'm sorry, I forgot. Jeez. I'll treat you to lunch to make up for it. She showed the man the thing that smelled good. Yukito-san, 4 eggs for you. They're cooked to perfection this time. Eat up quick or it'll get cold. Seriously. The man looked relieved. He sat down and picked up 2 sticks. Then he gobbled up what she had made. She looked so happy. I wanted her to keep smiling forever and ever. I was in the place closest to the sky. This was the place where I practiced flying with the girl. The stuffed animal was still there in the grass. It was morning. I slipped out of the roost and walked over to the stuffed animal. Then I used all my energy to drag it. By now, the stuffed animal was very close to the building. The girl would find the puppet if she came here. However, she might not be happy about it. Every day was a lively day. I realized that all of it was coming to an end. It had become quiet. It felt a bit lonely. I could see it in that man's expression and hear it in the girl's voice. The two looked up at the sky as they talked. Why does my other self in the sky have to experience all that sadness? The view's so beautiful and the wind feels so good. I really want to know. That's why I've always looked up at the sky. The things that I felt would soon happen. The days when I reached for the sky. The thing that I had sought there. I was disappearing. A light that returned no more. All of it was sorrow. Those two were headed for it. It was a premonition of sadness. I knew the sorrow that awaited them. It could not be avoided. We could only wait. The anxiety was growing. We could only wait, silently, unsmilingly, and for that time to come. And that premonition came true. One morning, the girl was no longer able to walk. She was playing with cards by herself, arranging them side by side. The man was sitting next to her, staring at the ground. I was thinking about going to the sea. I see, you said that before. I want to play on the beach. I want to dig in the sand and run away from the waves. Should I join in too? It's okay. You just need to watch me. Nah, it's okay. I did make a promise. Really? I'm glad. The two of them now had a place they wanted to reach. I didn't know where it was, but they tried very hard to get there. However, they failed to do so in the end. Her health had deteriorated to such a state. Sorrow was going to change their life significantly. Say, why did you take her in? The man and the woman were talking to each other. What? I'm asking you why you adopted Misuzu. I see, so the girl told you about us. I didn't take her in. She was pushed onto me. I said I didn't want her. That's why she couldn't ask for your affection. The air trembled. That girl, she can't possibly want my love. I'm not her real mother. What does that matter? To Misuzu, you've been her only parent ever since that day. Look at yourself. You are Misuzu's only mother. It's too late to act like a mother now. Just how many years have passed since that day? Too much time has passed, I tell you. How do you expect me to make up for all that lost time? The woman turned her back on the man and left. The man left in the other direction. I followed the woman. Do you all still like sushi? It tastes really good. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Why? Why am I eating sushi now? That girl's ill, and here I am eating sushi by myself. I'm an idiot. I really am an idiot. The world's really better off without me. I didn't even give her presents on her birthdays. I never gave her anything. Whenever she was sick in bed, I was never by her side. And how many years had we lived like that? When did I start becoming afraid of something so silly? I can't continue living like this. He was right. It doesn't matter whether I'm her real parent or not. I just want to be with her. I just want to be with her. I thought she was crying. However, she was only hanging her head. I knew that look. This woman was full of anxiety. I wondered if she had also noticed the premonition of sadness in the sky. Or maybe she had realized it before those two did. But whenever I was with her, she looked sad. Hey, I won't be afraid anymore. I don't want to live in doubt anymore. I want to give her a present and see her happy face. If she's in pain, I want to be by her side and encourage her. I've decided. I will be her mother. Then I can live with a peace of mind. I'm going to live my life with her. I'll go to Tachibana's Tachibana's residence. I'm going to march in there and negotiate with them. I'm going to stay there until they agree to make her my child. Say, that's the right thing to do, right? That's just like something I do, right? She closed her eyes again. The uneasy look had vanished from her face. Only her sleeping face remained. And so the woman left the roost. I found myself under the sky. I worked at moving the puppet all day long. When dusk fell, I returned to the roost. The man was always by Misuzu's side. Misuzu couldn't walk anymore. The man watched over Misuzu with a sad look on his face. I had to stay by her side, but I shouldn't. Those two emotions left me in a dilemma. I didn't know what to do. I looked at the stuffed animal. The neck was long and it had round eyes. Its body was light and soft. This stuffed animal was most likely not alive. The stuffed animal was just a puppet. A puppet wouldn't move unless someone made it move. I wanted to make it move. I tried pecking at it and it fell to the ground. Just when I was going to have another go. I'm tired. Come on, one more time. I heard a voice. Footsteps were approaching. I hid myself in the shadows of the grass. It was that girl and her mother. Every day, those two came here and stand quietly in front of that building. They passed by without noticing me. Let's pray. They stopped side by side in front of the building. It was a lively sound. The mother put her hands together. Micah, aren't you going to make a wish? The girl's hands remained lowered. What's wrong? Does God really exist? He does. Have you ever seen him, Mom? You can't see him with your eyes. Oh, the girl sounded bored. But if you can't see him, then he doesn't exist. We prayed so many times, but Saika hasn't gotten any better. The mother laughed lightheartedly. That's not true. She patted the girl's head. God has heard you, I'm sure of it. But praying's not enough. If you try your hardest, God will understand. When that happens, I'm sure that your wish will come true. Oh gosh, I am crying. God is always watching, so hang in there. Really? But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, by subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!